shall we say, fall from grace last season. They weren't the same Manchester City, and it wasn't kind of part of a gradual deterioration in their performances. It really was. They went 11 or 12 games, not even without a win, but I think they lost a lot of games,
Yeah.
running as well. So Rodri, they need him back. As I say, I think I saw somewhere they've spent already about 281 million on some new players, or they're in prospects anyway.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to see a different lineup this season, very much so. And of course, they've let players go. I think Grealish has gone. If he's not, he will go, I think, before the
Well, yeah.
season starts, and others too.
Yeah.
But I mean, having said that, in this game that they lost, he sort of relied again on Bernardo Silva
Yeah.
and Gundogan, is it the German player who'd
That's
been
it.
there
Yeah.
for well, Gundogan came back, didn't he? But they've been
Yeah.
there for years and years, and you'd almost think that they would be almost past their sell-by dates,
Yeah.
because they've had a run of very good, successful years with Man City. But that suggested that they don't have necessarily at the moment the depth of a squad to keep going as they have been. So it's going to be interesting to see, as I say, whether Rodri is injured or whether he really will be back for the new season.
Yeah. Oh, it's hard, it's too early to say, and I mean, maybe they were just testing him out to see how,
Yeah,
how fit he was, or just measure his fitness level. But it did have an impact on the game because they won 6-0. So we don't know yet.
true.
But yeah,
Yeah,
uh,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. The next one that I was gonna go to is actually England. And I'm talking about
yeah.
England, the senior team. I don't know if you saw it. We actually conquered Europe, defending the title. That was the under 21. I mean, so the under
All right, they
21.
did. Yeah, I
Oh
didn't
yeah,
see it, but I know they won. Yeah,
I
that's
watched
good.
I watched every bit of it. And they played fantastic football. They
Mm.
really played. I mean, the first half they scored 2 goals, and just as the first half was about to end, I think it was Germany that we played. Yeah, Germany. Germany equalized. Now, bear in mind that Germany had beat us at the group stage, so they won us at the group
Mm.
stage. It was
Yeah,
actually
yeah, they
the
did.
last match of the group stage. Now, the fear was that Germany was going to repeat the same thing, and they almost did, because come second half, we were 2-1 up. They scored a second goal, so it was 2-2, and then it went into extra time, and that's when it was actually a very one of the new players that nobody foresaw anything, but he just tried him out, and he scored a beautiful header in the 18-yard box. I was so elated. But here's the point that I was trying to make. Now, Thomas Tuchel obviously has a big decision in his hands now, because here's the point that I was trying to make. Now, Thomas Tuchel obviously has a big decision in his hands now, because who is he going to substitute for, let's say, Javi Elliott, for instance, because he was phenomenal in that
Mm.
game, Javi Elliott.
He's a great player.
Yeah, there was another guy called Henchison or something, and he was brilliant as well. So the attack was on fire. The attack, and they played so confidently. These boys, I know,
Mm.
I know, I know they're under 21, so still lacking a little bit of experience when it comes to playing with a senior team. But do you think he has he has a dilemma now on his hands, Thomas Tuchel?
Well, what do you mean in terms of the senior team?
Yeah,
and
well,
blooding some of the youngsters. Is that what you mean? Or
yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, that's exactly what I
I
mean.
mean, would you say, having watched them, would you say that many or most of them will make the transition to the senior team? Because in the past, sometimes you get some good players, clearly good players in the under 21s, and then you don't sort of hear from them again.
Yeah,
They've
that's
perhaps
true.
not made the grade in other ways. It's not just about football ability; it's about mentality and motivation and all those other things. So sometimes somebody can fall by the wayside for that sort of reason. But as long as you think, from what you're saying, they're very good.
Yeah,
If many of them do make that grade and
yeah,
step up, then yeah, Tuchel will have decisions to make. But then, as they would say in football, that those decisions are good problems to have. That you've got a big choice of decent players, and you just got to play the squad. You've got to do it that way. Give everybody a game as far as you can. Give them plenty of minutes on the pitch. So
yeah,
I don't think Thomas Tuchel will have any problems with being honest, and that's what it's about. A manager, he cannot have a policy of thinking he wants to be popular with the players. It just doesn't
yeah,
work like any boss in any situation. And I
yeah,
was interested after Jude Bellingham's sort of antics in one of the recent internationals where he pursued the lady ref after
yeah,
the game with his annoyance. And Tuchel said something about, and it's very clever, I thought, what he said. He said, yes, my wife wasn't impressed with Bellingham's, I can't think of the word, but it wasn't antics
yeah,
but it was quite a powerful word with his aggression,
uh,
something like that. And
yeah,
it would have, I thought, God, if I were Bellingham, I'd know exactly what Tuchel was saying. And it was
yeah,
just clever, I thought, to say, yeah, my wife didn't like the way basically he pursued that woman ref, not because she's a woman. I mean, I thought she was excellent. I watched that game. Brilliant
yeah,
referee, as good as any man. So I'm not saying that from a point of view that she was a woman, although that said, there is something, I think, if you've got a female ref and or linesman, assistant ref, there is something about a male player angrily mouthing something at the ref or chasing after her. There is something about the man and the woman. It's
yeah,
always been a male dominated game.
yeah.
Like most people now, we should welcome, and I think most of us do, the influence of female officials. I think